Let's talk about speed in terms of definition, in terms of formula, in terms of graph. Definition is something that you guys have been learning and been using for some time. So the speed is nothing but rate of motion of an object, that is the distance traveled by an object in unit time. That is speed. The formula of speed is distance traveled divided by time. This is what you have been learning. I'll change it a bit. Speed is equal to delta distance divided by delta time. So what does this mean? This is read as delta and it means change in. And that means change in. So change in distance divided by change in time. That's your speed. Or symbolically it means it can be written as S is equal to delta d by delta t. A new version. You can go with d by t also, not an issue. But learning this would be the next step, right? Graphically, how can we represent speed? One of the ways is using distance time graph. Distance time graph. So it is this. You have x and y axis, wherein you have the x axis to be time and the y axis to be distance. So this is your distance time graph. Any kind of graph over here, slope and all of that would give you speed. So this is nothing but speed. Okay, kind of. What exactly gives us speed over there? But how to get the speed of an object from distance time graph? Here I am talking about speed, but here the graph is distance and time. So how do we actually get this? So I told this line represents speed and all of that. But what part of the line represents speed? The slope part. Slope of a graph in a distance time graph will give you speed. So what is the definition of a slope? Slope is nothing but change in y divided by change in x. So what is along y? Distance. What is along x? Time. So delta d by delta t. That's your slope, which represents speed. Okay, I hope it should be making sense to you guys. If you learned from the first video to this, all of this will make sense. Okay, please learn sequentially because I made in such way. If not, repeating the same thing again and again in every video, it won't make sense. So please learn from first video because every detail is being taught in that video, which would make sense. Coming back and forth between concept, it won't make sense and it would be tough and confusing and waste of time for all of you guys and for me also. So please learn sequentially, don't directly jump into things. Don't do before exam preparation. Okay, so this is about speed. Write everything of this, nothing has to be missed.